Good evening, folks. It's towards 6 o'clock tonight. Back in the man cave. This is a bit of an unexpected one, to be honest. This morning I was due to go out and lead the local Himalayan group around the green lanes, but had a bit of a disaster. The battery's on its way out on Blizzard, and it was looking like I was going to have to bump start it, and I tried to get on from the wrong side, and the upshot of it was Blizzard toppled to the ground and did a bit of damage, making it temporarily unrideable. So made me excuses, but the ultimate destination for this morning was going to be the Duke William at Matlock, which is a pub just outside Matlock itself. And the first Wednesday of every month they have a classic bike meet. So I thought, Daisy's more in keeping with the classic crowd, really. So it was a blessing in disguise in a way. So I got everything put away, got Daisy out, and we went across to this classic bike meet at Matlock on Daisy. No passenger, unfortunately, not yet. I've got a passenger lined up to star in future videos, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, nip across there on Daisy, through Cromford, one or two little points of interest on the way in, and then the classic bike meet. First Wednesday every month, and I can't believe I've not been to it before. It's absolutely brilliant. Some of the machinery there, some of the bikes were really, yeah, obscure, but at the same time incredibly interesting. So have a look through, see what you think. Do the usual: thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that sort of thing, and comment if you'd like. I've been getting lots of really nice comments recently, so because I always answer, you know I always answer my comments. So see what you think. I'll leave it with you. Well, good afternoon, folks. You join me as we're just about to pass the Woodside Cafe, where I should have been at 10 o'clock this morning to meet up with the Himalayan guys. It had fallen to me to lead the little Himalayan ride out just here. But a minor disaster befell me on the drive at home. Blizzard the Himalayan threw itself to the ground with a little bit of assistance from me, I suppose, but either way it toppled. I got it overbalanced and landed quite heavily, and did a bit of damage, which made it impossible for me to ride for the moment. Damaged the gear change lever and bent the bolt that holds the bar end on. It's fairly obvious that if something falls over at a standstill, the impact is actually greater than if you sort of gently slide off at 40 miles an hour and slide down the road. But either way, it's a bit later in the day and we are on board Daisy, as you can see from the sidecar that is fortunately still attached to us. I had planned that the first planned trip out with Daisy would include a new star of the show. You will get to meet the new star of the show fairly soon, hopefully, in the name of Chloe. Chloe's quite a happy passenger in the sidecar. She's a 15-year-old, almost. Dachshund Shih Tzu cross. There's Chloe. So we're coming into Cromford, and the reason I've come out anyway is because the culmination of today's ride was going to be at the Duke William pub in Matlock. The reason for that being that on the first Wednesday of each month there is a classic bike meet on the car park, and this will be the first time I've actually made it there, so it's going to be interesting. Plenty of bikes out today. Not necessarily going to the Duke William, but the fact that Matlock Bath is just round the corner, which is a mecca for bikers these days, it's hardly any surprise. Don't you just love looking at the back end of a lorry? So we come down to the lights here at Cromford, and just over the lights we're going to go staggered crossroads effectively. Take the road that would lead us up to Christ, where the tramway museum is. We're not going to the tramway museum, but this mill on the left here, this was, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but this was Sir Richard Arkwright's first mill here at Cromford. The stone built one. That's where it all started for him, really. Inventor, industrialist, textile manufacturer. Invented something called the water frame, but he couldn't really take a patent out on it because it was just a variation on an existing piece of machinery. So that's his mill we just passed. We're sneaking up into the grounds of Willersley Castle. I used to climb over on Willersley Crags over on the far side, over on the left, and this was back in those days this was a religious retreat, but this was built, Willersley Castle was built by Sir Richard Arkwright as his home. Very fancy looking place as well. That's Willersley Castle. Fantastic place. Like I say, Sir Richard Arkwright's home when it was first built, and over there are the crags where I used to spend many a happy hour. Willersley Crags. Boys are out. Oh, they're going to the Duke William. This is the back road that runs around the back of Wildcat Tor. Another one of my old climbing haunts, and high tour at Matlock Bath. Through Stark Homes and down to Matlock itself, but of course we'll be stopping at the Duke William before we get into Matlock itself. Nice little back road, makes a pleasant change. Yeah, so when I get back I've got to get the electric welder out and re-weld my gear change lever. It's a grand view from here across over to the left there to the heights of Abraham. Slightly better view from just here. There's nobody behind, so I'll pull in just here. So you can perhaps make out the tower in the trees over on the far side of the valley, and the cable cars, which don't appear to be running today, probably because the school holidays have finished and they'll only operate at weekends now. So yes, the Heights of Abraham is effectively a little theme park these days, mainly for kids. So this is Stark Homes now. Go on, Mavis, you're okay. So that's the White Line, but we're not going to the White Line, we're going a bit further to the Duke William. This will be my first visit to the Duke William, not just for the classic bike meet, but in general. It's very kind of him and his Defender. They're not really Defenders though, are they? No, I'm sorry. A Defender, in my opinion, should still look like a Land Rover. Let's face it, the Land Rover, the good old classic Land Rover, is what made that company's name for it, so, you know, shouldn't interfere with what's successful. Other opinions are available. Thank you kindly. The Duke William. We'll see if the Himalayan lads have made it here. Two bikes by the look of it. Afternoon, Andy. plenty about. Oh, that's a nice 500 Honda. Transalp. Love a Transalp. Oh, I've got to park it next to a flipping Ural. Hope it doesn't catch anything. Alright. So what do we got? We've got Daisy. Next to the Ural. Still fancy one of these. Some really nice old bikes. Plunger frame BSA single. B series. Fairly sure. C15. Oh, square 4. Absolute classy. Aerial square 4. 4 Piper. Nice. Couple of dirty Himalayans. Don't think this is our bunch, but they should be here somewhere. Sideboard. MZ. Much underrated bike. Nice old BM there. Hills Fort. Oh, a real sidecar machine. Panther 100, yeah. 600 single if I'm not mistaken. Climb up the side of the house, supposedly. Unusual Hondas. Customised. I wish I knew my models, I really do. It's a lovely Triumph single.
What you do?
Bella set.
Was it raining?
Indian Chief. Prop horn.
first big one. It was a mum's one.
Jota.
82, 83. And
Two Jotas. Bloody good turnout. Time for a sandwich. See you later. Let's have a look at this. It's a 200 Adler from Germany. Came in via Belgium apparently. The front suspension, it's torsion front suspension, leading link levers but to a torsion arrangement at the bottom of the forks. It's a really interesting bike. Now this is a bit of a machine. Aerial V twin. 350 pots on a home-built crankcase. VNH. I've seen an article about this in Real Classic, I think. Another really interesting machine. Absolutely brilliant show this is. Tremendous. And what have we here? Rough exterior SS80. Well, rough superior, let's be right. T. Lawrence's bike of choice. Well, rough superior anyway. Nice example too. Well, that was the classic meet at the Duke William. Considering it's only about 15 miles away from where I live, it's ridiculous that it's the first time I've ever been. And to put it plainly, it was bloody good and really, really interesting. So that's it. It was worked out a little bit strangely for me, but either way, that's today's run done and dusted. So I hope you found it as interesting as I found it. Some of those machines there were absolutely stunning to look at. Put my my old outfit, my modern classic outfit, to shame really, but yes, so thanks for watching. As usual, if you could give us a thumbs up, it'd be great, and subscribe if you've not already done so. We are rapidly approaching 1,000. I don't know how it's happened, to be honest, but that's entirely down to you people, for which I'm amazingly grateful, incredibly grateful. So yes, we'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, I've got to go home and get the welder out and repair what happened, what got broke this morning. So watch this space anyway. and yes, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.